I left my family. I left my kids. I left my nightclubs, my parking company, $35 million to fight the fight.
Welcome, everyone, to a very exclusive episode of Mafia Truths with John Alite. I'm Felix Levine, and to my right, John Alite. A quick reminder, if you haven't done so already and you're not part of the Patreon family, go subscribe and become part of the Patreon family. Go to patreon.com/Mafia Truths with John Alite. The link to that is in the description of this video, so you can just click on that. All our content goes up there early. There's bonus content. We just released a small video of, I believe it was Sammy when he first came home. He was interviewed for about 25-30 minutes talking about John. That'll stay exclusively on the Patreon channel for our patrons. We're also going to have bonus content of some of the things that we're going to get into today with other clips from the RAVENITE. John at the RAVENITE. So that'll also only be on Patreon. This, of course, is here. And a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our YouTube and johnalite.com if you want to get some signed merchandise, photos, these bats that are very, very popular that John's holding up here for everybody to see. Signed custom bats, and a whole lot more. His new book, Mafia International, you can pre-order it, get it signed. So johnalite.com for that. And
we're starting to film on final chapter, 10 of us, guys from different crews, different mob families, different positions. And that'll start in September. So I'm looking forward to that series. Will be out by next year, I guess, about. Shortly after that, I'm filming in Sweden on a series with Klaus about Brazil on the run and his lifestyle, his life, and me, obviously a friend of his next to him, in the things he was involved in, the drug business and the mob. And we'll be filming another series also about the Ladanza heist, hopefully shortly. Those are the projects in the works. And I believe next month, Locked Up Abroad, another version of it on the run. And that's already filmed and should be out next month. So you guys look for that also.
And then also really quick to address these signed baseball bats. If any of you read Gotti's Rules, which was obviously highly popular, John talks, I believe, a great deal of about his time playing baseball, almost pro, before Tommy John. So just wanted to clear that up for people, asking why we're selling these signed bats. It's not to do with the vicious side of it, but more as a piece of memorabilia that have been highly popular, as well as I know, omen to your former career.
To my baseball coach that was a big influence in my baseball days is my high school coach, Mike Diegas. Great guy, and stayed in touch with him recently. I got in touch with him, one of my friend's kids played ball with his family member, and it was great to see him and talk to him and appreciate what he did for a lot of us young guys growing up in sports, and some of the stuff that helped me stay on the straight and narrow until I went the other direction. And hopefully it doesn't happen to the young guys we're talking to and anybody buys these bats. It's I know you hear a lot of stories where I batted guys, and by the way, I got batted a lot too, so it's not one way. But that's not what these bats are meant for the people that don't know. This is really meant for my baseball, playing for Franklin K. Lane High School in Brooklyn, and also later on at University of Tampa, and in California I played a little bit. So for the people that are interested in buying a bat, I will sign it. I will take photos with you if you want to meet me and take pictures. All that is offered on my website, and some of the other photos that are assigned.
And they're pretty cool, just because they're customly engraved with your name and all other cool features. But now let's get into some very cool exclusive footage.
For the people that want to know, I'll just cut you off for a second. People have been asking me about me at the RAVENITE Club in the city of Manhattan, Mulberry Street. And I've always held it back. And I have 3 videos, and we're going to start putting them out. And today's video number 1. We're going to put it out. We're going to get another exclusive on Patreon. So if you people are wondering why I wouldn't do it, there's a lot of business things I'm involved in that I just couldn't. I had to hold them. And now they're out. I've been telling guys that we're going to put it out now, that they'll be out today.
So what we're going to do that's pretty cool is here there's a very quick 10-second clip, and then a longer, about 22-minute video of John at the RAVENITE. This first one is John walking out with some members of the Gotti family that you'll see in a second. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of narrate and talk about it, talk through it, who's there, what happens at the RAVENITE, some of the conversations. But this is pretty cool because I don't think this is out on the internet anywhere. So this first video that I believe you guys can see, we're gonna play. It's a very quick one, but John, you're gonna kind of take us through who, what, where, and let's start.
This is me coming out of Gotti Senior's house with another guy, Steve Kaplan, nice guy, regular guy that hung around with us. And
which one is Steve Kaplan?
Steve's the first guy right there.
Right here in the big blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still, and he owns a business that I believe he pays Gotti Jr. rent on. He's a nice guy, Steve. He's,
And for people
wondering,
you're the gentleman right here on the right, looking young.
Yeah, I'm still young.
Oh yeah, of course, but younger. Let's put it that way. Full. I mean, that's you had pretty dark hair.
Yeah.
And then.
And the next person is Vicky Gotti, John Gotti's daughter. Her husband Carmine Agnello behind her, and behind him is Angel Gotti, and in the very background is the younger brother Peter Gotti coming out of the door.
And where are you guys here? This is.
There's a limousine waiting out front, and they're going to an event.
And what's the context? Like, who shot this?
John Gotti usually calls and tells me where I got to be, and he wanted me to escort his family, so that's what I'm doing. With Steve, there's film cameras out, camera crew out from one of the networks. I don't know if it was Channel 7 or 4 or 2 or one of them. And there was always cameras around us. So when people say, about cameras, they're always on us.
And this was this I mean, did it bother you that you had cameras on you?
No, I was used to it when I was around Gotti. The father, there was cameras everywhere.
Very cool. So here's one last time for the people that missed it. You're just walking all swagged out.
There's a couple different versions of that video. There's other ones where the mother's coming out also. Now, for the people that want to know what this is Mulberry Street, the RAVENITE. It's only
FBI footage. This is
FBI footage. It's only exclusive to. They use this in my trial in my case. That's Norman. He was the gatekeeper of the Mulberry Street of the RAVENITE. He went to jail actually too for murder later on.
So set it up for us. What about what time would you say? Or actually, I think you can see the time. 18:53. So about 7 p.m. How's it work?
Usually guys from all over the city, depending on positions, and they come in and they have to meet Gotti here and talk to him about any business any of us have. And this is exclusively for the members of our crew and guys that will be straightened out in the near future. If you're not invited here by Gotti, you don't come here. So Gotti himself has got to okay you coming here. And other crews on different occasions will show up too to see us.
And so, I don't know if let me know when you first recognize somebody. Is it normal that they're always posted up kind of right outside? Was it?
Well, that's the door. When you first walk in, there's a bar to your left. And, everybody, all of us guys go in and out on a constant basis. So we're here, we greet each other. We all take walk talks for whatever business we're conducting. And usually you'll see me posting in and out on these videos.
And I think from your recent National Geographic series, in that first episode, is it true they if I well remember, did they bug the RAVENITE?
Yeah, they bugged upstairs in the RAVENITE. That's Bobby Borriello that stepped back. There's Bobby Borriello that just came out the door, and John Gotti's.
Which one
out.
on this?
This
left?
is Bobby Borriello on the left.
I don't know
he got killed, for the people that don't know, in front of his house.
Okay.
I used to love his daughter. Was really a good kid, Stephanie, and she ended up marrying.
And who are these guys?
And the next guy is John Gotti Sr.
So Senior is right. Can you see the mouse, Josh? Okay, cool. So this is Senior, for everybody wondering. Okay.
Keep rolling. Let me see who the next guy is. I can't see the next guy yet.
This guy.
And then you got Norman coming behind him. I don't know who the third guy is. I couldn't say it's moving.
It's tough to see.
There, stop it there. That's me right here.
Oh, right here.
Okay. And keep it rolling. And I believe this is Tori after that. Who this Iggy is, and John Gotti Jr.
Where's Iggy?
This Iggy right here.
So Iggy
in the middle.
Right, this one?
Yep.
And
John Gotti
Josh,
Jr.
they can see this clearly? Cool. And John Gotti Jr. is where?
Is at the door right here up top.
Right here. So on the far right is John Gotti Jr.
I believe this was Norman again talking to me.
So
Let's see who else is here.
It's a nice coat you had.
That's Skinny Dom, who was also a captain.
Right, the one you just get.
Right here to the right.
Yeah.
This is Jerry from the Bronx.
Right here is Jerry from.
These guys are all made guys. Iggy is, so the people that don't know, there's another video.
So
of
which one is Iggy again?
Iggy's,
Oh, let's go back.
you missed it. That's Jerry.
Oh, that's Jerry. Okay.
So what I was saying is Iggy is the guy that was with me and John Gotti Jr. We were picking up. Here's Iggy back here.
So Iggy's this guy, big guy on the far right. Yeah.
So you have, and there's John Gotti Sr. And I'm trying to see who he's talking to.
Senior is where?
Right here.
Is all
to the
far left?
Yeah. He just
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
there you can see him. That's pretty clear.
I'm trying to see who he's speaking to.
So is this like a lot of these cars?
No, this is in front of the Raven, in front of our place. So what Iggy?
You guys own the place?
It's we have, it's John's place.
Right.
It used to be Paul Castellano's, Neil Della Croce, and it became John Gotti after Paul gets hit. It becomes his place. So I'm standing right here.
Oh,
John
yeah, there
Gotti
you
Jr.
are.
is going to stay
So-
with me.
Here, wait, Josh, we zoom in on that right here. So you're right here. I believe Senior's right here, if I will remember.
Yeah, hold it right there for a second.
Okay, yeah.
So I can explain what goes in. We go in and out, and then guys will take walks and talks, and we'll talk business with John.
And this is an open street. Is
It's
Mulberry
open
like
street.
the open
Mulberry's all
side?
the
Okay.
restaurants,
Yep,
everybody.
yep.
So everybody knows we're there. One of my jobs is to stay there, obviously, watch out for John. And also, whatever business that he has me conducting or talking to anybody in discussions. Now, you're not allowed at this place. So people understand this isn't the Bergen where it's a little more laid back. Bergen's in our neighborhood. That's another social club that John, and we were ordered to be there every day. I have to be there around 10 in the morning usually, and I be there 24/7 on call. At this place, you only go there invited by John to make sure that, he wants you there to be seen. He wants other crews to see you. He wants our guys to see you, or he wants you to discuss business with other guys. So, while we're staying here, but there's another video that's going to come out, and there's John Gotti Jr. if you stop it right there.
John Gotti Jr. is right,
So he's
far
right
right.
here,
And
far
you're,
right
and you're
in the
far
door.
left.
I'm far left, he's far right. And eventually there's another video when John Gotti Sr. goes to court that me, John Gotti Jr., and Iggy go pick him up. And it's very famous court tape because I had a gun on me. I left it here. They thought I had it on me. I was picking up Gotti from court with everybody, with John Gotti Jr. and Iggy. And the news attacked us. And it was in Vanity Fair. It was all over. There was media pictures as covers. And I'm wearing a cardigan sweater. Those pictures are out there also. So these are some of the videotapes that people see. That's me, yeah.
And this is, if the date is correct, it looks like it's January 3rd, 1990. Would that make sense?
I don't know exact date, but
01, I don't know. It looks like it.
Yeah, it's probably around there. I mean, listen, I'm there day and night from 85 to 90. And, when people say, well, how come you're not caught on tapes? I am caught on tapes. At picking up Gotti Sr. from court, coming out of his house, this tape, there's other tapes. And, I guess we're going to start putting them out now. So people that question my involvement and, these are, clarify again. But I can't answer to the public for when they're asking me to do this because there's a reason why we do certain things. This is Vinny
Who's that
Butch.
guy? The guy you just greeted.
Vinny Butch is
We'll show that again for
also
people
a
that
made
missed it.
guy. He got made in my house, actually. And his father was Joe Butch, was a captain also and a friend of John's, a very close
He
confidant.
comes out, you greet him right there.
Jerry was a very nice guy, hell of a guy.
Well, so this is about 31 years ago. So what, you're about 26, 27?
Yeah, I'm about 26 years old here.
And it wasn't risky for you guys to just lounge out here? Just
Well,
talking?
you got a lot of people saying they're not happy that John put us all out there like this to be caught on videotape. And
Why weren't you guys why didn't you hang out?
well, we were inside and out. This is, this is catching us at some point. But, we're going in and out. Later on, John's upstairs, and that's where they catch him on the videotapes that were damaging, gave him a life sentence.
Right.
And at that same time, this is Jerry that's grabbing me by the shoulders. He's a made guy also really a gentleman. Jerry's one of the nicest guys you're going to see from the street.
Who's coming out?
I mean, there's hundreds of guys that are going to come in and out of here. So, some of these guys I got business with, some of them I don't. I can't see who that is. But the point of this tape and the RAVENITE is to conduct business, to talk to John, to bring messages, to carry out those messages, whatever we're told to do. And we go for walk talks back and forth and, conversations and basically what crimes we're going to commit or who we got to see or who we got to hurt or what person he wants us to talk about. They have a problem from another city or a state and they want us to take care of business. They relay it and he'll ask you, go talk to this guy, go talk to that guy.
So now here, they from this tape that we have, they sped it up a couple minutes.
Okay, this is me and John Gotti Jr. coming back after we talked to a couple of guys.
Just so people can see it again. Who missed it? John Alite on the left.
And John
Gotti Jr. on the right. Best friends.
I mean, we were together day and night. At this time, John Gotti Jr. is a captain. And then, like I said, now we'll go back inside, we'll talk, and we'll come back. I mean, this is only, I don't know how many minutes this tape is, but we're there for, the whole night.
How long was the RAVENITE open?
Oh, the Raven's been there for years. So it's in the history of our family through Neil Della Croce, Paul Castellano, and now John Gotti Sr. And then after John goes to prison, they close it down. And I film out of here.
This is 5 minutes later, according to this timestamp. So let's see what's going on here. Did you ever imagine that they'd be filming outside the RAVENITE?
Yeah, we knew they'd film. I think John will go back inside. Okay, now,
Senior.
so for people that don't know, stop it there. Let him step in front.
Yep, 1 second. So as you guys can see, we're just going to narrate it for you. Gotti Senior is the lead guy on the right coming in. You guys will be able to kind of clearly see it.
This is John Gotti Sr. This is Iggy that came with me to the course. This is Bobby Borriello.
Iggy is which one?
This is Iggy on the left, and this is Bobby Borriello
and
here.
Bobby Borriello is the one that's right in front of Gotti Sr.
Now, hold it 1 second. Go ahead, continue. This is Iggy, I'm sorry.
Iggy is the one that's right behind Iggy Gotti Sr.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it is pretty hard to see.
And now we're all inside and whatever, we're going to have conversations.
So it's about 7 o'clock. You guys had dinners in there?
Well, I leave here at points, like I said, to pick up Gotti from court.
Right.
And that's one of those famous tapes about me and Chargell and John Gotti Jr. caught outside the courthouse. And Senior and Iggy, we all went out, but Iggy's not on any of those tapes. And then you have me leaving here with Bobby Borriello and John Gotti Sr. We go to Paul Castellano's house a couple of times prior to him getting killed. Before that, December 16th, 1985.
Right. So here we go. This is sped up, I think, another minute or two after. I'm sure the FBI was doing this for a reason.
I mean, we stayed here for hours. I mean, this is not like a half hour, and then we're back out again. Who knows what we talked about. Now, this is John Gotti Jr. and Iggy coming back out.
Okay, so let's just rewind that so people can see it one more time. So walking out... in front is Gotti Sr., and then behind him is Iggy.
No, John Gotti Jr.
Sorry, Gotti Jr. This is Gotti Jr. stepping out first, as you can kind of tell. Boom, he's walking out. And then Iggy following him outside the door right there. This is fun little play-by-play.
Well, the thing that what the public doesn't understand is, listen, we did this day and night.
Right. From
club to club. I was at meetings at Kono's in Maspeth with John Gotti Sr. over a guy that I hurt and was trying to shake down. I mean, there's no videos of those, but this is what I did 24 hours, 24/7. I was an enforcer for him. I was a guy that had to go out and do whatever they asked me to do. And, obviously I loved John back then. I would have did anything for him.
Do you recognize any of these fellas?
I can't see who's coming out here.
Those are hard to see. They're pretty dark.
You could fast forward a little bit.
We'll just keep it. They actually do a pretty good job. See, they pause it and start for us. This is, I believe, about 12, 15 minutes later. Let's see what they've got for us. These are the first time we're watching these clips together.
I'm pretty sure this is Junior back on the wall and Iggy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the right is John Gotti Jr. and Iggy. They're having a little conversation outside. It's about 7:20, January 3rd, 1990.
Now, while they're talking, I'm either inside with Gotti Sr., and they're out here talking, and maybe we'll see if I come back out this way.
There's this crew of guys walking out. Oh, it's tough. I can't really see.
I can't see. It looks like Sammy, actually.
Oh, really?
It might be Sammy Gravano. Back that up.
The full head of hair.
It looks like Sammy. I'm not sure. It's not close.
This guy?
The little guy.
Oh, this guy.
No.
Yeah, inside.
inside the door.
Let's show people again. These are the guys that, okay, yeah. Does that look like Sammy to you?
Yeah, it looks
Oh, it
like
actually
Sammy.
kinda
I
does.
think it's Sammy. So now Sammy was inside with me. I'm pretty sure that's Sammy. And let's hold
here
it
we're
for
gonna-
a second. Let me explain
yep.
something to everybody. In 1990, they're going to get pinched pretty soon, right? Phil Baroni, the detective that worked with me, that did a murder with me, gives me good information that from Joe Coffey, who's passed away now, that they're going to pinch John Gotti on a murder. Phil was my bookmaking partner, and he was involved in drug dealing, killing with me, and a lot of things. And he was in my pocket for years. I had him. He moved with me from Queens to Cherry Hill, lived across the street from me. Earlier, you remember the guy got on a call with me, who's a good friend of their families, and he gave me information that I gave John Gotti, and I said, "You guys are going to get pinched," and he says, "Do you know where it's coming from?" And I said, "No, I know they got tapes on you. From what I understand, you're going to be pinched pretty soon." So this information, when people ask where it came from me, and it came through Phil Baroni and Joe Coffey. Well, he gave it purposely, or he gave it because he just talking to Phil, and Phil handed it over to me. Who knows? The way I had it, the way Phil told me is he was giving it to us purposely, so I can give it to John.
Okay, now we're just going to rerun it and look out for Sammy, who I believe is right, as you can see, the guy who's walking towards these two against the wall,
Yeah.
right here. Josh, people can see this? Cool, so I'm circling it with my mouse. That
Let me see
we
this guy
believe
up
is
here.
Sammy. Looks like him, actually.
I think that's Zeph Mustafa, who's also Albanian like me.
This one?
Back it up a second.
Back it up.
Yeah. That guy that's walking backwards.
This one, this big one.
He's from the Bronx. He was around
and this
Frankie
is Sammy,
Lucasio,
Gotti Jr.
The concierge.
And do you know who these guys who just kind of came and greeted them?
Let me see who this is. Let's see who that is. I think that might be Louis that's walking in. I can't see.
Yeah, that definitely looks like Sammy, actually. On that National Geographic, it looks exactly like him.
I mean, listen, this is all, yeah, that's Sammy.
Yeah,
That is Sammy. Okay, this is what we do the whole time. We talk, we walk, we get in. I'm inside with John still. So when people ask, where am I? I'm still inside with John. Once I went in,
like that.
let's see if I come back out. And when John comes out, we'll know because you'll see if I come back out. Senior, I'm talking about now.
This is crazy. Yeah.
Now, the next guy at the door that just came to the door and went back in, let me see who that is.
Josh, can you get
All these guys are made guys. They're not regular guys, so anybody knows. Yeah, that was Zeph. That's Zeph Mustafa. He's Albanian, and he's always with Frankie Lucasio, who's just passed away in prison. That was the concierge that got caught on the tapes in the apartment upstairs with Gotti Sr. Can you go backwards again?
Yeah.
I want to see who's at the door before.
I want to see, I want to just, hold on, we're going to back it up a little bit. So just so people can see that, right here is Sammy Gravano.
Right.
John Gotti Jr. on the far right.
Iggy. I think that's Bobby Borriello again.
Okay.
That's Zeph.
Gravano leaves. Here's Zeph. And who is Zeph?
Zeph was around Frankie Lucasio, the concierge of a family from the Bronx that just passed away.
And so here's just Gotti Jr. and Iggy talking. So do you think somebody from the FBI is like actively moving the camera? Because that's what it seems like. Like there's someone who's like actually...
They're always surveilling us from across the street, from cars. They're moving back and forth, and we know that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a secret to any of us.
And people are just walking by. I mean, these are casual people.
Now I come back out with, that's Bobby Borriello that walks out, and myself.
Big guy on the left is Bobby Borriello.
He gets hit.
And you're right behind him.
After 1991, he gets hit in front of his house in Brooklyn.
Gotti Jr.
Now
waves
me
you
and
over.
Bobby. So now that whole time when I'm inside with Gotti Sr. For people that don't know what I was doing in there.
And you guys only have that one entrance? Because I see people coming in on
No,
the
that's
far
it. There's a
entrance.
candy store on the other side. That's why they're going in and out of there. Actually, that's where I left my gun that night, or they would have pinched us when I was picking up Senior from court in Brooklyn.
Okay. What do you imagine you guys could be talking about?
You know,
business.
it's one business deal after another, and they're telling us, you know, if I got to take a walk or talk to somebody, relay a message to this guy or that guy or what, you know, whatever we're doing, construction, shakedowns, we got to go talk to somebody to hurt somebody, threaten somebody, whatever it is.
All right, let's see who's coming back out. Somebody's coming back out. Who's that guy? That's tough. You only see the back of his head. You guys all look the same.
This guy is Mikey Gallo, and
When you say this
he's
guy,
walking right here.
this
He's from
guy,
Ozone Park. He's
second from the left.
yeah,
Mikey
the
Gallo.
little shorter fat.
Yeah.
He's Tony Lee's brother, who was Fat Andy Ruggiano's partner. Fat Andy Anthony Ruggiano, who was the big boss before the rest
Far
of them.
left?
Let me see who this is.
Let's move it back.
It's hard for me to see.
Yeah, no, it's tough. This guy far left. Oh well, maybe you'll recognize later. There you are. That's a nice coat.
Yeah, it's a suede with a black leather. Yeah.
And so there's somebody at the door that lets guys in and out.
No, we won't. You know, obviously nobody's getting near that door without
So
being
this
one of
is
us.
about 10 minutes later, I believe. They fast forward it for us. It's crazy that just like, you know, average people are walking right by you.
Everybody
guys.
knows who we are, and
Yeah.
you know, we're all. See, I went into the candy store. That's what the candy store is. And I probably left my gun there. Let's see who this is coming out.
Let's show
It's Pete
people
Gotti. Open that again.
Let me
Go
just. Yeah, I'm
backwards.
just gonna show you walking out of the candy store so people could see it. John walks out of the candy store in just a few seconds. You could see him coming back into the screen, probably getting a Snickers bar.
I leave my gun in there all the time. That's what I'm doing, so you know. And that's how I didn't get pinched that night with Gotti. And that's Pete Gotti that just
So
came
the
out
guy
to
that
the
just
door.
opened the door is Pete Gotti,
He just passed away too.
and he was Senior's
Brother.
brother. I got hungry. What was your candy of choice? Twizzlers.
No, I don't know what the hell I'm eating.
You're eating something though. Wow.
Oh, this is Sally is right here next to me. Back that up.
Yep. Hold on.
So Sally
So
is.
the guy to your left.
Yeah, Sally dies naturally. His brother-in-law was Eddie Lino, who gets hit by the corrupt cops at Eppolito.
Okay.
That Sally is. Sally was a good guy.
Yeah.
He died natural.
It's pretty rare for you guys to die naturally.
Well, he's sick, unfortunately. Yeah. Me and Bobby Borrello were very close, and he gets hit after the Castellano hit in front of his house.
Remind people who aren't familiar with him who he is.
Bobby Borrello was the right-hand man to, not right-hand man, the bodyguard to John Gotti Sr. He was a great guy, very good friend of mine. I used to call him every day from jail in the mornings before he gets killed. And very close with us, all of us, and the Gottis. And his daughter, Stephanie, was, close to me when she was younger back then. And unfortunately, I'm looking at bad memories for me, some of these guys I really loved. I mean, I really like Pete, too, to be honest with you. I mean, I felt bad he didn't belong in the life. And Pete dies in jail, too, unfortunately.
And all these guys here you liked?
I grew up with these guys I liked.
Okay, so hold on.
This is,
10 minutes
back it
later.
up 1 second.
Yep.
This is,
When you say this, and we're talking about
back
this
here,
guy,
that's Georgie DeChico.
George Chico.
And behind him is his brother, Butter,
Yeah, you'll see.
Joey DeChico. He talks like
This
me,
guy.
Butter. He used to talk to me real strong. I love all the guys you're seeing here, I was very close with.
Yeah.
And Butter and me loved each other. I mean, I was always talking to Butter. I mean, I love Butter. And unfortunately, in Georgie DeChico, Georgie's a skipper. So, listen, this goes back to, the other day, the kid, Jimmy's talking about Georgie. He's not involved with these guys like this. The problem is the public doesn't know. And, unfortunately, I couldn't put this out before because of my movie deals and this and that. But, so people see the difference of what goes on in our day-to-day life from club to club and situation from their house. This is my thing day and night. Look at Bobby. He's telling a story about how he hurt this guy. And me
Most
and him.
Italian thing I've ever seen.
Well-
Josh, zoom in on this.
Bobby's a funny guy. He was a hilarious,
funny.
big, funny guy. And
And so when we say Bobby, we're talking about, hold on, we're going to show you guys.
Bobby Borrello.
Bobby Borrello. who's getting very animated with his hands. Just 1 second. We're just going in reverse here. He's the big guy on the right, second to the right, who's telling some big story. Look at
Well, he's telling a
taking his
story.
hair,
Well, we went to
punching.
we went to a construction site. This is what he's talking about. And I think I told the story earlier, and the guy was up top.
That's
and
you,
he
right?
would come down. Yeah, we're
You're
laughing.
laughing.
Me and Bobby were together day and night. So this is, and he had some of the young kids that work from at Court Street, from over here, Court Street.
Right.
Joey and Stevie, they were good friends of mine.
And you are, so you're way the youngest of this crew.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm a young guy.
by 10, 15, 20 years. There's no one that's close.
Yeah. And this is back, Jerry's coming back. This is Jerry and Iggy again. Jerry was a hell of a, listen, the crew of guys you're seeing right now are very intimate, close guys with me and very close with Senior. There's days where there's 100 other guys where they're not as close. But this group of guys that you're seeing are very loyal guys that are to Gotti.
Right.
I mean, extremely loyal guys to Gotti.
So this is about 7:53. If you're just tuning in, 7:53, January 3rd, 1990. You guys are just hanging out outside, joking around. All going back in. Now you're just hanging out outside. People live next door?
It's cold out, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. It's January.
Yeah, you could
and
see
you could see that. You could start seeing the breath.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go to jail shortly after this. When I go to jail, Bobby gets killed. John Sr. goes to prison for life. And things completely change for us.
So now this is you and...
me and Junior. Me, so Junior, Bobby. We were always together,
Junior.
us three. The three of us were together day and night. And we used to go to a card game in Staten Island, Fat Dom.
Yeah.
And, you know, John Sr. put us both with John Gotti Jr. He becomes a skipper. Bobby's maid, and myself. So, you know, when people seen us together.
It's crazy. It's just the video of you and Junior just hanging out. The best of friends.
You know, listen, I don't lie. We had some good times. I never lie about it. You know, the problem is.
You cracked a good joke there. You're laughing.
Yeah. We were always joking. I said during some of these robberies I talk about and some of the other things. Look, we're talking about, you know, I know what we're talking about. I remember because we're talking about robberies.
Zoom in on this, Josh?
Yeah.
It's funny.
When we're dancing, we're talking.
You're dying. You and Junior just having a good chuckle. That's funny.
Yeah, it brings back memories. I mean, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's a terrible life. Yeah. But we did laugh, and unfortunately, guys died all over the place.
Wow. And so, why do you think you'd be waiting outside right now for Senior?
Well, we're in and out through the night. Right. I mean, it's, you know, you're getting cuts in and out. But yeah, we're waiting for John, and then we're going to go home. You know, or we're going to stop at, you know, back then. You know, we're going to stop at somebody's houses, or we go to the club in Maspeth. Maybe once in a while we go to Kono's, or maybe we'll go to Regimes or one of the places. But Regimes, I don't think we were going at this time. We were going years early, a couple years early. And
would you, when he would go home, would you go with him home first? And then
I went home with them. This is my job, yeah. You know, we'd go to Florida together, Gotti Sr., me, Bobby Borriello, Watts, Mikey Scarzi's not in any of these pictures that I've seen so far. Yeah. We're just telling stories about somebody we were beating up and we were dancing afterwards, joking around. You know, I remember the conversation. Wow. Look at Bobby dancing. Bobby was really a funny guy. I mean, he's a very dangerous guy, but he was a funny,
he looks
funny
pretty
guy.
big, too.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah. How tall?
Yeah, he's like 6'1", 6'2".
Okay, so here's
6'2", and
they fast forward
280.
This is about 8:04. January 3rd, 1990, same day, just 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. I imagine someone's coming out. Who's that?
Junior.
Okay, so Junior had gone in before at that point. He's just hanging out. Yeah, just sitting there. It's funny. It's crazy to see this.
Well, and I have plenty of these. You know, when people are talking, that's why.
We're gonna chuck these all on the Patreon. We'll do these play-by-play over.
Who's Bobby? That? Bobby. No, that's no. Let me see that. Yeah, it's Bobby back out.
Okay. I imagine you're in there as well.
We're in. I might be sitting down with John talking. I might be playing cards with him. I might be drinking.
And was it a restaurant in there too?
It's a bar. It's just
It's
for
just
us.
a-
Yeah, it's a bar, and then the back room
Somebody
is,
cooks? If you guys want
well,
to
we
eat food?
order and stuff,
Yeah.
and Norm's around. Oh, this is Maddie, I think. This is a
The first guy that opened the door?
just with the
That's-
long overcoat. Let's
Yeah.
see who this is.
Who's what?
He's a
Oh, they're
Brooklyn guy.
senior- they're
Yeah,
senior.
Yeah, now we're gonna probably leave. That's Jackie. Hold that up. Back it up.
Okay. Jackie is which one?
This is Jackie.
This little guy?
Yeah.
And then this
He
is
ended
who?
up. He,
Who's that guy?
they call him Good-Looking Jack, actually.
Do you know this guy?
Handsome Jack, Good-Looking Jack. You know,
Who's this guy?
Jackie Giordano, I think is the last name.
Who's this guy?
I can't see it. I think that's. Let me see. Well, back that up. Go all the way back. It might be Joe Watts. Let me see.
Oh,
what
wow.
else.
Gotti's pretty tall, but he's not that big. Senior.
Seems like 5'10".
Oh, really?
I think that's Joe Watts, actually.
Oh, wow. And then this is senior, of course.
And this is Jackie D'Amico, who later on becomes an acting
So
boss.
now you guys got everybody. The whole gang.
Go
is
back
out.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I think his name is Matty. Let me see it.
The guy who's holding the door.
Yeah, let me see. I think this is Sonny that's coming
So
out.
this
Yeah,
is
go
like-
back now. Go. This guy coming out the door, Sonny.
Sonny who?
Yeah. I
Son-
forget Sonny's last name.
Okay.
These are all May guys. They're
Yeah.
all,
So
everybody.
this is like you guys are, and this is you imagine probably going home at this point.
I don't know. I tell you the truth, John kept me out all crazy hours.
This is about 8:05. So they're in there for about an hour, talk business. And let's see what's next in this video. A few minutes left. God, the FBI must have hours and years worth of tape.
It's tapes and tapes. It's when people talking nonsense. We're on tape
Let's see
constantly.
who just walked out. I don't know if you can see that.
That's Sally. That's Iggy. That's Skinny Dom.
From the,
Go
we're-
back
we're going
again, and
for-
I'll go
yep.
through them all for you.
We'll go as they walk out. We'll hit you guys with it. Let's see.
I'll explain who each guy is as you go through.
All right. Who's this first guy that walks out? That's tough to see.
That was fast. Let's see who it is. He looks.
This guy.
I don't know if that's Iggy, the second guy.
The second guy's Iggy.
That's Skinny Dom.
Okay.
Well,
Talk
stop.
about-
Skinny Dom is he was around Fat Andy Ruggiano originally. When Fat Andy goes to jail, John takes all these guys. The next guy after that's
This
Pete
guy?
Gotti.
This one, the small one.
The small guy's
Small
Iggy.
one,
He's a
Pete
skipper. He later
Oh, this
becomes a
is Iggy.
skipper.
Okay.
And
Pete Gotti is where?
Pete Gotti's right behind him.
Right here.
And go ahead
There
after
you go,
that.
there's
Then
Pete Gotti.
myself. Is that no? That ain't
No,
me.
that's not you.
I'm still inside. Here I am.
Oh, there you are. You're coming out the door right now. There you are. Yeah, you had a nicer coat than the other guy. How many of you guys fit in there at once?
Sometimes there's 35 guys, 40 guys in there. I think there's a little Jackie. He's from our neighborhood.
Bottom right, little Jackie.
Yeah, he's Jeannie Gotti's good friend.
And so of all those, like of all the guys we've seen today,
Little Jackie's a nice guy too. He is
who's the next youngest after you?
Junior.
And how old's Junior at the time?
He's a year younger than me.
Oh, okay. And who's the
Now-
guy in the wheelchair?
Who's in a wheelchair? Yeah,
You don't remember a guy in the wheelchair?
yeah. I
looking at
can't
him.
remember. Oh, I know I'm good. Yeah, I just can't remember his name. I mean, he's there all the time. He's around with us day and night. You got to remember something. These guys.
Now you're just walking.
Well,
Dilly-dallying a little.
Yeah, we were waiting for John, whatever he's doing. So Gotti Senior. So you got to remember, every one of us are together day and night. Every week we're here.
Right.
So we're here. We're at the Bergen. We're at the.
How many nights a week are you at the
Konos.
Raven Night?
As many times as he wants me. Sometimes I'm there and I'm just running in, or I'm waiting in a car out front. I don't come. You won't see me on camera here. You'll see me. I'm sitting in a car.
Wow.
But I'm watching him and I'm doing. If there's a problem, I'm called. If I'm not, or I'm picking him up from court, or whatever the situation may be, coming out of his house. Like I walk his family. This is what I did day and night. I was on call 24/7. We don't get to say, "Oh, I'm going home now." That doesn't work like that in our life.
I don't think I remember. How did I mean, this is like a very basic question, but how did Gotti Senior get to that top rank?
From the Paul Castellano hit.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
But like even before,
He was a skipper. I mean, he got made in the late 70s.
his family was in the mob.
No,
Oh wow.
first generation.
So now you got
Angelo Ruggiero's uncle was Neil Della Croce, so you know Neil Della Croce was the underboss.
Gotcha.
He made is where John got the influence to get straightened out, and over the McBratney hit over Gambino's nephew being kidnapped and killed.
Now this is, I think there's like
I think
20,
we might
30
be
seconds.
leaving
Yeah,
again.
there's 20, 30 seconds left of this video. So I imagine this was the end of the night. It's about 8:10.
Well, and
I
they're not
imagine-
necessarily
yeah,
end
I
of the
mean,
night. The
end of the
FBI's
Ravenite.
leaving.
And, okay,
No,
yeah.
no, they might be leaving. That was the end of
Okay.
it. They're
Interesting.
going home to bed. But we might be there till 12
Well,
o'clock.
all they need is to see all you guys there together. They could make some cases right there.
Right, that's what they're doing. They're going to get. What people don't know is while we're here, they're also taking license plates down of all our cars.
Right.
So at the same time, we might be going to a Continental game. It's a card game that John will play the Gotti till the next day, and maybe the next night, depending how big the games are. You know, because some of these games he lost 250,000 a night. So you just know.
Wow. Well, that's.
And we could revisit this again. We
yeah,
could
we
talk
could
and do
talk
this a little
more.
slower. I know we rushed through it a little bit in some points.
No, it's great. And I think that there's another video that we're going to put exclusively on the Patreon that we at least have right now that we're going to do a little play-by-play for. That'll be up while you're watching this. So if you're watching this on the Patreon, then it should be there as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then go subscribe to the Patreon. Another great reason to go see some more extreme footage.
Yep.
I think that's it for today.
All right,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thanks, guys, and everybody else. Any questions, let us know.
Yeah.
Call Patreon, and we answer your questions on a monthly basis now. So if you got any questions and you need to know anything, just ask away. Thank you, guys.
And at Mafia Truths with John Alite on Instagram, True John Alite on Instagram, at Felix.Levine on Instagram. On Instagram.
And look out for the audio of Sammy Gravano talking about me, the first interview.
That'll
we
be
did.
on Patreon as well shortly. Thank you, guys.